Hello. Welcome back to Scary Month, your favorite easy listening radio show. Okay. So, silly me. Last time I talked a lot about frictional games and amnesia as like an object, but I realized I don't think I told you anything about what Amnesia as a series is about. So let's talk about what is Amnesia about. So, to start off with, Amnesia is, of course, a series by the studio Frictional Games. Um, Frictional also made the Penumbra series beforehand, but we aren't going to talk about that today. They also made Soma in 2015, but again, we're not going to talk about that. I think Penumbra and Soma, both those games, clearly have things that the bunker is drawing on, but we're not gonna, they aren't mainline Amnesia games, so we're not gonna worry about them. This is the Amnesia series sort of in release order, starting with The Dark Descent in 2010, and then A Machine for Pigs in 2013, and then Rebirth in 2020, and then finally The Bunker 2023. That's the one we're playing. One note here, though, A Machine for Pigs was not actually developed by Frictional Games. It was developed by the Chinese Room, who made games like Dear Esther is their like big famous one. I think Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. Famous walking sim studio is sort of how they're known. But Chinese Room did work closely with Frictional Games throughout the development of Machine for Pigs. So, the general response at the time, I think, was Amnesia heads didn't really like A Machine for Pigs when it came out. I think it was generally viewed somewhat negatively. I kind of like it. It is not my least favorite game on this list, I will say that. But let's get into the actual plot. What's happening in these games? Starting with The Dark Descent, which is set in 1839 at Brennenburg Castle in Prussia. You play as Daniel, who is an Englishman, who is a archaeologist, I believe. Also, to be clear, I haven't played most of these games in a very long time, so this is coming from my memory and the Wikipedia summaries for these games. Daniel finds a magic orb in Algeria. The magic orb is powered by something called vitae, which is produced by human suffering. Like, when you torture people, it produces vitae. Um, when he finds the orb, it also unleashes a demon called the Shadow, which starts chasing him down because he stole a magic orb. Eventually, Daniel gets to Castle Brennenburg, where he works with the Baron Alexander to torture a bunch of people in order to produce vitae to power the orb and theoretically defeat the Shadow. Eventually, overcome with guilt over his dark deeds, Daniel drinks a potion of amnesia, and that's where the game starts. And then you eventually learn all of this information, you face down with Alexander, and there are a handful of endings that you can get. Fairly simple, but also there's a lot of like additional characters and wild shit. There's like magic and stuff in this game. Obviously the magic orb, but like, yeah, there's also a whole thing of a sort of like alternate dimension slash like precursor race plotline happening here. Alexander is revealed to be from this alternate dimension. There's a lot happening. But then we go to A Machine for Pigs. It is set in 1899 on New Year's Eve in London. You play as Oswald Mandis, which is a wealthy English businessman. Mandus finds a magic orb, this time in Aztec ruins. I can't remember the specifics. I thought they were all Algeria, but I guess I'm wrong. Wikipedia said otherwise. The magic orb grants him visions of future tragedies, so he builds a machine/pig god to completely take over the planet and enslave humanity in order to save them from themselves. Two specific tragedies are brought up, which is first World War One, and second, specifically the Cambodian genocide is mentioned here, which whenever a video game is calling on specific like real world tragedies in its plot, it can be a little funny to me, but happens. And then at some point, Mandus gets amnesia for no real reason this time, and then the game starts. He doesn't drink a potion. In lore, I think his brain gets shattered and half joins with his machine god, and the other half is the player character. But I don't know that I completely buy that. I'll be honest. But yeah, at the end of A Machine for Pigs, Mandus decides to destroy the machine and say, you know what? Free will and humans having their own lives is worth it, even if it means that stuff like World War One happens. Which brings us to Rebirth. So World War One happened. It is now 1937. It takes place in Algeria. We play as a French cartographer named Tassie. Her group is flying over Algeria and their plane crashes, which is where we get amnesia and where the game starts. Kind of some other stuff happened there, but it's don't worry about it. We meet an alien, it's fine. Tassie finds an amulet, not an orb this time, which lets her travel to other dimensions, but mainly just one specific other dimension. Also, she's pregnant and there are zombies and stuff. There's, plot happening. And then eventually we meet the queen of the precursor race that made all of the magic orbs and everything in the previous games, and is doing all the weird magic stuff. This queen wants Tassie's daughter because the queen can't have children of her own, and also the daughter is sick, and the queen can use Vitae to keep the baby alive, supposedly. There are multiple endings here also. I didn't really like this one. Which brings us to the bunker. So World War One is happening. It is 1916. We are on the front lines. We are playing as Henri Clement. Henri's buddy, Lambert, went missing on a patrol in no man's land. Henri goes out to find him, and it turns out Lambert fell in a hole. So Henri gets Lambert out of the hole, but they get spotted and take fire. Henri gets knocked into a coma, and then at some point later, Henri wakes back up in the bunker, and everything is bad. And that is where the bunker picks up. That's what we played last week. When you lay out all of the plots of these games like this, it's pretty clear Amnesia as a series is mainly about two things: magic orbs and World War One. I think it's really interesting, specifically the actual historical stuff. I brought up in Machine for Pigs, the specific reference of the Cambodian genocide and stuff, of real horrific stuff in real life being brought up in this series, and also the way that the series keeps relitigating its feelings about World War One is really interesting. Worth mentioning, Frictional Games is a Swedish dev team, so there's historical context there as well that they're pulling from. I forget. I meant to do research on a Chinese room about what their specific history is, but didn't get around to it. But yeah, a lot of specific historical feelings in these games, and with A Machine for Pigs, the specific ending of it being like, oh, but all of these tragedies are worth it for human free will, that then, like, gets reworked through again and again. And, like, you might notice in Rebirth, set in 1937, just at the beginning of, you know, World War II, or, like, approaching it. So it's, yeah, playing in this historical space while also having a lot of, you know, magic orbs and shit, and, like, aliens and stuff. It's weird. Another thing you might notice in, like, these previous games versus The Bunker is in The Dark Descent, you're playing as an archaeologist. In Machine for Pigs, you're this wealthy businessman and explorer. In Rebirth, you're like a cartographer. You are playing as characters with some amount of knowledge or access to knowledge, who have some ability to, like, know about the things they're interacting with. In several cases, they were actively seeking out these strange magic orbs. And, like, that allows those characters to have some amount of agency in the situation. Henri is not that. He has no access to that information in that same way. He is so much more cut off. He doesn't have, like, that ability to understand what is happening, which I think is interesting and makes the game a little bit more scary, because unlike in other games where the characters stop every once in a while to ponder their orbs, Henri's entire, like, motivation in all of this is purely to survive, hopefully get out of the bunker, and if he can, maybe find out what happened to Lambert. But yeah, I think that is about enough context for now. So, what do you say we hop back into that funny little bunker? I'm also going to try to talk a little bit more about the things that this game is actually doing, because last time most of my commentary about the game was pretty much, I'm so scared, this is so scary, isn't this great? So I'll try to be a little bit more articulate this time. But yeah, I'm excited, love this game. Genuinely, the entire time since the last time I've played, I've just been thinking about this game and how I want to keep playing it. In case it isn't clear, this is my favorite game in the series. I think it's just taking so much of, like, what all the other games in the series are doing, and, like, communicating with other horror games as well. I mentioned Alien Isolation a few times last time. It's just like taking everything and distilling it into the best of everything they've ever done, and I think that's great. Okay, so I believe last time where we ended, I was trying to get into the communications. So hopefully I can do that. God. I also think one of the big things that the bunker is doing is, like, thinking about, like, the enemy, the monster, the pursuer character. Because one thing that I think this game does that is so, like, effective is the monster here is not, like, in previous Amnesia games and in a lot of horror games, like going back to, like, Alien Isolation, for example, there are sections where it's like, oh, this is a avoid the alien section, and then there are also places where you'll get to a level and it's like, oh, this is a, you know, android level, I don't have to worry about the alien here. In the bunker, the monster is always present, but rather than like something that is necessarily always actively hunting you, it feels like, oh, the monster is like a response to my actions. Like, when I have to bust through a door, the monster will show up. If I make too much noise, the monster will show up. It's like a punishment for taking action, which is scary to me. I don't need to do any of that. I don't have any grenades, which is my main get through a door solution. Well, I'll take a gas grenade, why not? Okay. So, we want to go out that door, and then back down to the soldier quarters, and to communications. Okay. And that is that door. Okay. Alrighty. Man, I also, not to just keep harping on, but like, one of the things that is so effective is just the ramping tension and like how effective and scary the monster was, but we only saw it like one time last session. So, okay, soldier quarters. Okay. No, did I go the wrong way? Possibly. Yeah, this way. Mission storage. And all the holes everywhere. Just fucked up the number of holes in this bunker. Loading zone. I also adjusted the audio levels a little bit since last time, so hopefully you can actually hear what's happening a little better. So here, communication, but I needed to turn on like lights down here, I think is what was happening. I hear some rats. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Ooh. Oh god. Rats. Whoa, fuck off. Oh my god, I just straight up died to rats. Ugh. I think that's our first death, though. That's deeply funny. Well, probably shouldn't have just stood there and watched all the rats crowd around me, huh? Woof. I'm gonna have to refill the generator, huh? Oh well. That's fine. I'll live. I can speedrun. I also got a mouse pad because I realized last time I normally just straight up raw dog my mouse directly on my desk, and you could totally hear it scraping off the wood last time. So this time hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay. I won't get killed by rats this time, I promise. So I need to follow this cord. There. And that'll show up on the map. Okay. That's why I need to go around through there. I'm also gonna keep an eye out for some stuff in here. Haha. Oh man, I don't have any bricks or anything. Leave me alone. I could gas the rats. I feel like that's not a great plan, though. Yeah, I need to find a brick. I don't love continuously jumping over this. I might just set it off. And then hide somewhere. I just... Oh, I hear him. I did just get an achievement that said block a beast's path out of a hole, though. And an achievement that says hurt a beast by triggering a trap, so I think things are going good out there. Hey, that's mine. 7560. Oh, medkit, that's nice. What I really want is a grenade, though, I'll be real. Or at least a brick. From Channard, Fear and Paranoia, 15th of July, 1916. Fournier claims one of us killed Reynard, but I saw Reynard's corpse. His eyes were gone, gouged from his skull. His tongue was shredded. We all hated Reynard, but none of us could have done this. War is a brutality, but it is anonymous, mechanized. We fire at distant soldiers. Whoever did this, it was intimate, it was sadistic. I fear for all of us. I love that there's just absolutely like why did this happen? There's no information, you know? Like previous games like I was discussing, we at least found a magic orb. No orbs here. Nicolay's unsent letter to Amanda Nicolay. Dearest, thank you for the package. I'm saving the chocolate for a special occasion, and I'm keeping the photo close to my heart. It's been weeks now since I've been called for any combat action, but a new kind of fear is spreading inside the bunker. Last night, I woke with a chill. A strange sound was emanating from deeper in the bunker. A kind of moan, a cry, perhaps a howl. I went to investigate and found myself standing at the entryway to the Roman tunnels. The sound came from inside. I dared not shine a light inside for fear of what I might see, and then a scrambling thudding came racing towards me from the darkness. A shape loomed up out of the shadows. I reached for my sidearm, ready to fire. It was Toussaint. He'd been awakened as well, but unlike me, he dared to enter the tunnels. He says he saw something there. As we stood at that maw listening, the howling, howling, howling grew distant, receded to where I dare not guess. Perhaps our minds are gone, or perhaps there is something down there. Toussaint will not tell me what he saw. Please write me again soon. Love to you, Johan. Thanks for all the notes. What I'm looking for is a brick, though. Noyer. 30th of April 1916. Finally got some answers from the engineering team. Command believes there are old Roman tunnels adjacent to our position. They're opening them this evening. Command hopes to use them to launch a surprise attack, if any attack at this point could be termed surprise. This is a war. We are all always expecting an attack. Curious to see these tunnels, though, a little dash of antiquity would liven the place up. It'd certainly help keep my mind off the daily grind of the war. 9th of May, 1916. The officers presented me today with a rather unexpected and strange gift. Aging texts from inside the Roman tunnels. Seems they got word of my interests. I took them, of course, but the truth is these texts are far too fragile, too valuable to survive life in this horrid place. They require more delicate hands, more learned minds than mine. Still, curiosity reigns. 11th of May, 1916. This morning Ackerman died of his wounds. I'd only known him a time, but considered him one of my better friends here. I hope heaven welcomes him. To distract myself, I've been going over the texts and have had quite the shock. These texts are not Roman in origin. The language is Latin, or Latinate at least, but what they're writing about has no relation to what I know of Roman culture from any era. The texts seem to be of a religious, or at least superstitious nature. A phrase is repeated, to cross into the darkness beyond, and then something about sight. 13th of May 1916. Haven't slept. Need to get this down. The texts are of a religious nature. Whoever these ancient people were, they believed that they had found a means to immortality. And to achieve this goal, they needed access to what they thought was some other world, one dominated by darkness and ruled by, I don't know. They use words I can't translate. Ruled by something. They claimed that dark other world was full of spirits, monsters, and that the air was endlessly alive with cries of torment and the sickly rattle of souls near death. This is what they were using the tunnels for. For them it was a doorway into some pagan hell. The texts are full of wild stories of blood orgies, of sadistic spirits, of the awful things these men and women would do to each other in worship of darkness. They speak at length of some substance that is meant to grant the worthy some kind of immortality in darkness. I'm on patrol tonight. Need to sleep before then. But then I'm back at this. So that seems bad, right? Well, I'm getting a lot of gas. So that's good. Would again prefer a grenade or a brick. A brick! Okay. Yeah, let's carry this. All the way to those doors. This is probably going to make some noise though, and the nice thing about the grenade over a brick is, grenade I can throw it and then run away. This way I kinda just gotta do the thing. Oh, wait. I think our buddy may have busted this door down for us. See, he's just a pal. Is this... No, that's off. Maybe I was already in there then. I don't know. That's fine. Mostly just some bottles in here. And meat. Okay, where'd I put my brick? Haha. Spent all that time looking for a brick for nothing. I have infinite fuel. Okay. Good to know. I feel like I don't need the rag. So I think the meat chunks are from all the meat, probably. I love a cupboard that's me-sized. Oh, motherfucker. Okay. Do I have... any bullets? No. I do. Okay. Ugh. As soon as I fire this gun, he's coming out. Just so we're all clear. Now let's get in my cupboard. I don't think I hear him. I think it's maybe okay. More bullets. Good to see. Another med kit. Oh. I don't like when I get a new save point. Okay. The officers have abandoned us. They ran from the beast and blew the exit closed behind them, even Joubert. They called us cowards and traitors and worse, hypocrites. Now they've doomed us. Whatever hell we suffer now, it is on them. God will punish them for what they've done. I'm sure. Yeah, the question is, I probably want another medkit more than I want a chunk of meat. Okay, now we just get out and back around. Easy. Easy as pie. I'm not scared at all. And honestly, I think I have no reason to be. Don't love that I can't have a door in here. I do have a cupboard that makes me feel safe, though. Do I want to use a bullet on that?
Anyone left? 8, 2, 0, 3.
Okay.
I hope that you can hear me. I hope that you can forgive me.
Do I want to waste a bullet on this? I feel like probably not. Okay. Now let's get the hell out of here. God. Another thing that this game does that I love so much that makes things scarier. Well, those noises, of course. But also, I used grenades to blow up a bunch of doors in this hallway. So all of the lights got blown up. So I can't... It's dark in here. Can't see shit. And I'm gonna quickly step in here because I got a code or two. I got my code, 7560. I don't love the way I have to enter this. This is the W and S key, and then I'd switch back and forth with A and D. There's just a grenade in there. New note?
8th of July, mid-afternoon. Joubert needs a scout for tonight. Routine patrol. Out to the communication wires and back. It'll be cloudy. Good cover. Easiest patrol possible. Sergeant wants me or Augustin to go. He still suspects one of us might have been with the mutineers. But I won't be going. How can I be so sure? Well, Augustin has agreed to a friendly game of chance to determine which of us it will be. And using an old sleight of hand trick, there's no way I'll lose. No, Augustin doesn't have a chance because I'm sure he doesn't. Me? A scoundrel? Perhaps. But when he returns and I remind him of the time he pissed in my flask, or the mysterious lice that appeared in my bunk, or the incident with that barmaid, well, I laughed in those cases, and he'll laugh in this one. 8th of July, near midnight. Shelling again somewhere along the line. Them firing at us. I'm sure we will fire at them again soon. I hope Augustin's having a simply marvelous time out there. Can't wait to tell him what I did. 9th of July, time unknown. It must be just before dawn. When the shelling stopped, I woke. The sudden silence always does that. Augustin's bunk is empty. I went looking for him. He wasn't in the mess, nor being seen by Dr. Jasinski, nor lurking out for a long smoke. Dax was on patrol. I asked him. He said Augustin hasn't returned from the scout. He said the words like he was pronouncing Augustin's death. As if scouts don't come running back at all hours. As if it wasn't just a routine patrol. As if all hope was lost. Now the shelling is starting again. We'll try to sleep. 9th of July, morning. It has been hours now and Augustin has not returned. His luck did not hold. And neither has mine. What could I have been thinking? If he is gone forever. But I do not want to write it, for fear writing it will make it real. I will continue to wait in my bunk until dusk. And if there is no sign of him, then I do not know. The priest keeps staring at me, as if he can sense I have some unseen weight on me. I will not give him the satisfaction of a confession. It was nothing, a joke. I thought it was just a joke. I never thought. I never thought. And therein lies my sin.
Yeah, so Augustin is Lambert, also. First and last name. But yeah, our fault he fell in that hole, apparently. Rip to him. Us and our buddy. Personally, I just wouldn't have fallen in the hole, but, you know. See? The meat's here from all the meat. Okay. I'm gonna go save real quick, drop off some stuff, and then it's time for the arsenal. Administration. Wahoo! Now that he didn't kill his bestie, because at the beginning of the game we went to rescue him, got his bestie out of the hole, and then we got knocked out, and then somehow our bestie dragged us back here. Which, who knows why that happened. I have so much fucking gas. Used a bunch of it, though. Okay. Let's take a look at my map. So I need to head down to the officer quarters to get into the arsenal. And I'm also gonna reload this. I've got 3 bullets. That's so many bullets. Yeah, you know. I think, it is funny seeing when people realize what's actually happening here. Because it seems like you are kind of picking up what's happening. I also think it's funny to do a Twitch stream for just my one friend. I think that's silly. TV show just for you. Okay, let's get out of there. Arsenal. Another loading zone. Always love to see those. I'm probably breathing in so much horrible dust. Probably bad for my lungs. I should be like wearing some PPE, probably, honestly. Seriously? There's gotta be a brick laying around here somewhere. Two tunnels. Don't think I'll be going in there, thanks. Jesus Christ. Tripwire. Ooh. He did not like that. Can I please just have a brick so I can get the map, please? Whatever. Who needs a map? I'm gonna check in here real quick, just in case. That's a gas grenade. I don't really need more bullets. This I can't shoot, I know. Which is unfortunate. Motherfucker. Okay. Easy. Grenade. Nothing. Makes sense that there are so many bullets here. It is the arsenal after all. Explosive storage. I might leave some of this gas to pick up on the way back. Codes 8203. Funny that it was almost right. Someone wasn't doing good OPSEC. Like, come on, you can't just be leaving your stuff like that. Dynamite. Normal and good. I also feel like tripwires connected to grenades aren't a good place in your explosive storage. Like, you shouldn't probably do that. This bunker is not OSHA compliant. Hole. Just keeping my eyes on the ground. Guess I'll take a normal grenade. I'll pick that one up. Now, I'm sure in real life they were much, safer. Rats. Man, this area sucks. I just have to... Turns out just running and jumping over stuff is a pretty effective method thus far. Ooh. Oh, he hated that. I think he was in that hole right in front of me. Hey, buddy. So that was awful. Oh, bag. Jesus Christ. I mean, we saw him. Oh. Okay. This way, I think. Okay, buddy. You aren't gonna scream at me if I do some parkour. Okay. Woof. This fucking game, dude. He just loves to be scary. Like, I can't not use the flashlight because there are tripwires all over this area. But when I use the flashlight, she gets mad. This isn't noisy, don't worry about it. I can't just, like... Come on. Come on. Okay. More parkour it is. I have some pretty good jumps, I have to say. Oh my god. Is this not the way? I thought this was the way. Oh, move this one too. Maybe? No. What am I doing? Oof. Do I have to... For some reason this doesn't feel right, but it worked. Okay. Stick. Save. Lovely. More bullets. Always good to have. Dynamite bundle. Now I simply have to get out. Ooh, piece of cake. Woof. Okay. Seriously. I mean, you know. Perfect. Now, this isn't gonna cause any problems at all. I hear him. But I think we're good. Yeah, we're alright. little bit of an explodey barrel never hurt no one. But honestly, it seems like that was maybe a waste. All I'm getting is a medkit. I might as well drop this. And replace it with a better one. Okay, let's get out of here. Which was... not this way, even though it feels like I could... like, Jack could get through there, but... you know. I guess we just have to do amnesia things and stack some stuff up. Okay. As long as the rats don't, Why? Why did you do that? Why? I didn't do anything. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Ah, God. So... been better. Maybe this wasn't the best place to do this. Maybe I should have waited until I was a little bit safer. Oh my God. Okay. Don't know why he got out of the hole there. Oh, I'm doing alright. I'm being scared. Sometimes I guess he just likes to get out of a hole. Okay. Parkour time. I can see chat. I'm streaming for fun. I don't care about you. Okay, more rat parkour time. Fuck off. Perfect. Yeah, I think I just get the hell out of here. Ooh. Almost got me. I don't need the map. I don't need to be completionist. It's fine. Yeah, I'm not here for the randos. I'm here to play a game that I like and talk about it. I'm not here to grow an audience. Fuck an audience. Okay. Wahoo. Not totally sure why the arsenal is still circled. I got the thing. Unless there is more in there that I'm not thinking about. And I think that's a little bit why I couldn't, like, actually be a streamer. Because when I see people I don't know in chat, my immediate reaction is fuck off. Full up. Is storage infinite? No, it isn't. Well, I can just, I can keep my raw meat on the ground. Safe storage for raw meat, I think. Okay. So that was a bit of an action-packed, little jaunt there. I'm just gonna go put that TNT where I know it's supposed to go, real quick. Hee. Oh, man. And would you believe we still have not got to the moment that I am doing this whole stream about? From the first monologue here. How to get the hell out of here. I have not seen another human for hours now. I might be the last. But, in the hope that there might be another, I leave this now so you do not waste any time. This is the only exit, the only way out of this hell of our own making. It was blown closed, it needs to be blown open. Don't bother digging, impossible. Blow it up. The Roman tunnels. The dynamite is locked in the arsenal. The detonator handle is somewhere down in the Roman tunnels, deeper in hell. I go now to try to retrieve them both. Though I do not know if you exist, I pray for you. Please extend me the same courtesy. Wow. Okay. Oh, wait, the arsenal's still marked because that's where the Roman tunnels are. Woof. I think I need another thing. I need the bolt cutters to get to the tunnels. Which... I mean, I can go, like, it's not that far away, but... Lights on, please. Ugh. Okay, I believe I need another thing. Yeah, because I checked, I pulled on the chain. The chain you need bolt cutters for. But I'll go take a quick peek. Let's see. Yeah. This needs bolt cutters, unfortunately. Bullets or grenades do not work, which feels a little arbitrary to me, but, you know, whatever. A perfect game can't have a flaw. Okay. So now, unfortunately, we don't super have a direction at the moment. Yeah. Aside from looking for bolt cutters. I believe we got a note about that. I believe they're in someone's locker. So head out to mission storage. Don't worry about the noise. It's all fine. Wrench in there. Lighter. Oh, I want a lighter. Maybe I'm wrong. Boys round. Pocket bag. Okay. Well, I suppose it's just explore time. I feel like if I had played not a week apart, I would have remembered what note I was thinking of. Calm down. Okay. Gonna turn the generator back off for a second. Make a game plan. Don't want to waste fuel. Let's see if I can find the note I'm thinking about. tunnel update. Blah, blah. Shooting the beast. I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong. I might go blow up that door and just get the arsenal map to see if it's giving me a specific direction here, but I feel like it's probably just gonna point me to the tunnels that I can't get into. Come on. There we go. Sometimes he just doesn't want to turn. And if not, then I'll just probably go to maintenance, because that sounds like a place where bolt cutters would be. It's also fun seeing how much I do and don't remember of the plot of this game. And specifically in terms of like what I need to do. I think I'm gonna be a little bit cheaty and throw this and then run back to the loading zone, because I feel like he won't chase me over there. By giving me... Oh. He just blew something up. He was giving me horror violence for a second. Is the coast clear? I feel like if I get pretty out of the way, he goes back in his hole fairly fast. Yeah, it's just pointing me to the tunnels. Okay. Any notes or anything in here? Yep. Sure could use some bolt cutters. I also probably could have, like, missed a note or something, like, in the arsenal somewhere. Seems likely. Well, I think my best bet is just head to maintenance, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna loot every single drawer as I go. Strange sounds. 14th of July, 1916. Night. Strange scratching sounds a few moments ago, and now it seems like someone is pacing in the hallway. Probably Reynard, drunk on the stash of wine I know he hides from us. Best I confront him now, either get him into bed to sleep it off, or convince him to share a bottle or two with me. 15th of July. Cold fear runs through all our veins now. Fournier has terrorized the men for answers. They say they were asleep until Reynard screams. I believe them, of course. Fournier went so far as to accuse prisoner 73014 of escaping his cell and committing the murder. Impossible. I worry about Fournier. His rage hides fear. He takes it out on the men, and I can see no way to stop it. It breeds contempt. My mind slips back to the moment Reynard started screaming. How easily it could have been me. How easily it still could be. For the first time, I wish the order to attack would come. I would rather face 1,000 German guns than this nameless dread. Ooh. Oops. Strategic operations. Yeah, I think we've been through this area mostly. Just not down to maintenance. Well, rat parkour. I feel like ultimately it's just sort of a keep exploring at this point until I find where I need to go. Rats, keep out. Seems like they're fine now. Fuck me. Thanks for that one. I didn't get hurt though. Ooh, I can hear him. And that exploded all the lights again. Hate when that happens. The rats. Have you noticed how the rats have changed down here lately? Ever since they opened up those tunnels, I swear the rats have gotten uglier, like they're disfigured or something. And they're definitely more aggressive. Tell me I'm not crazy. I'm sure that's fine. Oh, 2 fuel. Wow. Okay, maintenance. Chapel? Pillbox? Fuel storage? Fuel storage sounds good. That wasn't even me. That's not my fault. A rat did that. This game is so mean. And I'm wasting all my fuel. Lit the corpse on fire, though. I feel like every area we go to has more and more tripwires. Gas grenade. Normal grenade, that's what I want. Oh, lovely. I feel like this is also something I should be paying more attention to. The dog tags. Okay, note to a dead friend. Gavin, I promised you a Christian burial, but you must understand. The rats would not stop coming. They swarmed your body. Their teeth, their claws, they would not stop. I did what our ancestors did when faced with unclean things. Burnt them. And I burnt what was left of you to stop them coming again. If you've made it to heaven, please forgive me. I remain down here in hell with that demon. It will come for me again soon, I know it. I'm going to do as you suggested before you died, make for the pillbox. Please, if you're up there, watch over me. Geroud. 4770. Okay. Oh, a new scary picture just dropped. Molotov. Good suggestion. Oh, empty bottle with cloth, but it doesn't have the fuel in. What's the point? Cupboard would make me feel safe. There is a corpse there. And there's a brick up there. We should remember that. Seems like things are going pretty normal in there. Wahoo. Oh, don't just run for no reason. Okay. Every time I take a step, I swear it can hear me. I've crawled into this hole here. I'll just wait. I'll just hold my breath and wait. Maybe it will go away if I'm just quiet enough. Oh God, let me be quiet enough. Seems like that didn't work out great for you. Ooh. Okay. You're fine. You're good. Oh, I don't even need to be down here. Sorry, buddies. Oh, so many rats in this area. Oh, these guys are just eating cheese. That's okay. You can have the cheese. I don't need cheese. Workshop. Why are all the lights off if everyone's like, you gotta keep the lights on? Like, come on, guys. I feel like the game really wants me to make some Molotovs. So you know what? Why not? I think. Yeah. Oh, I don't have a fucking lighter. So that was a waste. Son of a bitch. Fuck off. Can I even get through? There are so many. It seems like that didn't do shit. Fuck off. I mean... Ugh. Oh, I can't even... Yeah, I can't do shit. Alright. I mean, I can try just... Well, I guess it cleared out the ones over here. Bouchier. 2416. No idea how I'll get back. Pillbox. Where's the pillbox key? If you require pillbox access, see me or Father DeRise. We're both in possession of a key. Foreman Stafford. Okay. Father DeRise, I assume that means I gotta get to the chapel. Who needs munitions? I don't have a gas grenade, unfortunately. I just have a normal grenade. Parkour. Just don't forget that's there if I have to run back out of here. Fuel storage chapel. I bet it's normal in the chapel. I bet it's normal in the chapel. Well, that's gas, so, I bet it's normal in the chapel. This seems pretty normal to me, personally. $410, 6557. Yeah, this seems good. I was told I was told there might be a pillbox key up here somewhere. If anyone's if anyone's seen something like that. Kind of expecting it to be on the horrible flesh altar. And you see, my question is, who did that? Like, who did all this? Because this doesn't really seem like the beast's MO, if I'm being wholly honest.
11th of July 1916, dusk. I sit now at the bedside of my dear friend Henri Clement. The doctor has left, but I remain. I feel I must record the extraordinary twists of fate and fortune that have led me to be here, breathing, alive, strong and well, while Henri lies unconscious, fighting for his life. It starts days ago. On a night patrol, I fell into some kind of pit. I was injured, unable to move, unable to escape. By all rights, it should have been my tomb. I cried for help, screamed myself hoarse. The effort left me parched, exhausted, and still alone. As the next night fell, as I cried what might have been my last cry for help, I could see the stars high above, beautiful and different. And then Clement's face appeared at the top of the pit. He lowered himself to me, found a trickle of spring water there, and let me drink from it. It was cool and crisp, with a strange, sweet taste. Never has water felt more nourishing than that. Administered by a dear friend's hand, I was saved. But of course, that is not the last twist fate's blade would stab into my back. 11th of July, 1916. Night. Later now, I continue my tale. As Clément carried me across no man's land, fate struck again. A German outpost spotted us. Gunfire, explosions, desperation. And as the air cleared, I pulled myself to my feet and saw that Henri was wounded, blood pouring from his head, his eyes glassy. He was fading. I do not know where I found the strength to carry him, but carry him I did, all the way back to our bunker. 12th July, 1916. Morning. Woke this morning and realized that a toy I purchased for my son is gone. I promised him I'd bring him something home from the front, so I brought him a stuffed rabbit from a local shop. A rabbit because he thinks he's so fast. It must have fallen from my pack when I fell into the crater. The thought of that stuffed rabbit lying in that crater, rain and weather matting its fur, unloved, forgotten, too little, lost forever. It fills me with profound hopelessness. 12th July 1916. Afternoon. Spoke to the doctor. He told me Henri woke in the night and had no recollection of the events in the crater. Indeed, he seemed even confused as to where he was. Aside from this disturbing news, I'm feeling rather good. Stronger and stronger. As if the whole ordeal has filled both my body and soul with new purpose.
Yeah, I'm sure it did, bud. Sure it did. Ooh. Hey. How's it going, man? Jesus Christ. It's fine in the chapel. Oh my god. Go away, sir. I didn't do anything. He's just fucking shit up out there. Yeah, I don't have shit. Okay, I think we're good. Pillbox key. Wish there wasn't all this shit on the floor. this way was the pillbox. And I have to, like, actively use it, of course. Can't just... Okay. Are we ready, folks? Oh, a save. Nice. Love to get a save. And all this equipment and stuff. Wonderful. Time to go up. Outside. Ah. Jesus Christ. Hey, Stafford. Let's get the fuck out of there. Huh? Oh, God. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, that was fun. How we feeling about that in chat, fellas? Ugh. Personally, I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, so, the thing about the pillbox is, you know. Well, that may or may not be, the second moment in video games that I think about all the time. It is easy to forget what the bunker is for. It is easy to get caught up in the cat and mouse game, in managing your fuel, and managing the pests, and managing the monster. It is easy to start seeing the setting as just that, setting. A backdrop on which this game of horror can play out. A thematic one, sure, but still a backdrop. You're so caught up in the moment to moment, evading the monster and always looking towards your ultimate goal, escape, that you forget. The bunker wasn't built for the monster. The pillbox, hours into the game, is the first time you see sunlight. It is beautiful, your first glimpse of freedom, and then someone shoots at you. And then you remember, outside the bunker, it's still World War I. It makes everything you're doing feel so futile. Escape the bunker? Why? To where? Out there, you're going to be shot or bombed or starved to death. At least in here, you know the rules. And that is why I'm doing this whole stream. Why I'm playing the bunker. Because it's fucking crazy. And that pillbox moment I think about constantly. Of getting up there and immediately being shot at. Okay. We have a bunch of fucking codes though, so that's good. Well, I'd love to see that. This way. Yeah, you tell him, Phoenix. Roast the shit out of those guys. Okay. Now I think I'm going to try and get back out of here somehow. If I can. Which I don't know if I can. Because this is how I got in here, and I don't have a flare anymore. Oh my god! Well, I might go check, or try to check fuel storage real quick. But yeah, this game rules. Maybe there'll be a flare or something here. Or maybe I can use meat to distract them. There we go. So this is just my little, Molotov machine, I guess. No, I'm not. Although this would be a way out. I believe. Because I think... Come on. Oh. Where? Oh shit. Just... Jesus fucking Christ. I think the generator is out, yes. Holy fuck. I think up that way is Foreman Stafford. I think that this is out. Oh, here's a cupboard. Oh, rats. think it's because I'm hurt. That they just chasing after me. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. Do I even have any bullets in this? I've got one. This way. Oh my god, it's so fucking dark. Exit. I feel like this is our first real experience with no lights on bunker. And I'm just gonna slowly crouch my way out of here. Because I'm fine and good. Oh no, that's to the arsenal. I don't want to go there. I want to go that way. Oh my god. Almost free. I hear him. Let me in, please. Holy fuck. Okay. Woof. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna load up on fuel and put it right in that goddamn generator. Well, we made it happen, and we did that shortcut in that downstairs room, so now I don't have to go through the horrible rat tunnel anymore. Oh, God. Yeah, that was a that was a good one. Oh. He was like right in my face. He hit me. I got hurt. Okay. Do I want to check all those codes that we got? I think I'll check those codes and then stop for today because we got to the thing. But we're making like pretty good progress, honestly. I also just leaned back, so bad mic etiquette. Oh my god. Does this game not simply rock, though? Oh. And like the thing that, like, is crazy is even when the monster isn't here, the game just puts you, like, in a constant state of worry. Like, even without the monster, you're constantly thinking about, okay, my fuel, how am I going to get through doors? How many bullets do I have? Like, there's constantly some time crunch that you are thinking about. Ugh. Okay. And as is tradition, I'm gonna drop some raw meat on the floor. It's just where I like to store them. Come on, hit the button. Okay. And I'm going to mission storage, which is down there. Woof. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, it's so sprawling and there's so much effort in traversing, but it's also a pretty confined area. Like, oh, okay. Who do I have? Gerard, Boucher, Stafford is the main one that I want, I believe. Because he has the wrench. The wrench is what I'm looking for, I guess. 6075. $6075. Wrench. Oh, the wrench is a physical object. Son of a bitch. Okay. Codes. Gerard. Oh, and the lighter. I'm being, so rewarded for my efforts. I was not paying attention. It's 4770. Yeah, theoretically, they make a big deal about it being, like, replayable. Like, all of these codes and stuff are in different places each playthrough. I think I'm not totally sold on that part. Flint and steel. Cool. Great, great achievement. Okay. Sharon 14. Boucher. Oh, more inventory. That's nice. 2416. 2, 4. 1, 6. Yeah, we're like kind of making out like thieves here. 14, I believe, is just some fuel, but that's alright. I do think it's interesting, though, like the like replayability, and I feel like they're really going for a specific like community engagement in that part. 6557. I was completely wrong. Okay. Which is interesting because, like, the Dark Descent, it's one of its big things was the custom stories. I feel like I maybe talked about this already, but whatever, I'm going to talk about it again. And like community engagement was such a big thing with the Dark Descent. And like the level which like a lot of like early horror YouTubers and stuff like Markiplier, and they were all doing like Amnesia custom stories. Was in Frictional Games like press kit, they call Amnesia the series that revolutionized the Let's Play. And I don't think that's like bragging. I think that's like, yeah, if you're Amnesia, you get to say that about yourself. So I think it's interesting to, in this game, take the route of like almost like going for the speed running like sort of thing of like, oh, it's different every time you play. But yeah, hate that there's a hole in here, by the way, in the save room. Woof. Okay. I think that's gonna do it for today. 2.5 hours, and we're a decent chunk of the way through the game at this point. I'm not sure how much longer it is, but like, I mean, just looking at the map, we've got through a lot of this. Okay. Yeah. That is gonna do it for me today. I had a good time. We got to the thing. We got to the second moment in games that I think about all the time. Wahoo. Ugh. Wow. Thank you for watching. I had a great time. Okay, bye-bye.